Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Elena, and today's video is going to be all about what other people find attractive about you, or what attracts others to you. This can just be in a general sense. It doesn't have to be in a romantic way. I'm taking it, as friends, loved ones, anyone, and I just want this video to kind of hype you up, show you what makes you valuable and what makes others appreciate you. But if you want to think about it in a romantic way, you're 100% able to do so. And today we have 4 piles for you to choose from with these little cute moons on them. So we have the first card, we have the Masquerade with this little opalite. And then we have the Astronomer with the Labradorite. We have the Catalyst with the blue aventurine. And we have the Wise One with the moss agate. So if you're new to pick a card readings, you can choose in a few different ways. You can pick the card which imagery you're most attracted to. You can go based on the stone. And it's also okay to be drawn to more than one pile. There could just be messages in multiple piles for you. You can close your eyes, take a second, and then open your eyes and see which card you're most drawn to, which one your eyes land on first. But as always, just pause, take a second. I'll have timestamps for all of the cards down below, and I'll see you in your reading. Hi pile 1, if you pick this pile, this will be your reading. We're going to start out by looking at some oracle cards that I've already pre-shuffled and picked, and then I will shuffle and look at tarot cards. I'll move your little moon over here. So we have the Masquerade starting out, but let me just go ahead and put the other cards down. We had the Mystic and the Hunter, and the Gazelle, and the Hawk. So one thing that I noticed first and right away is just this beautiful combination of yellow and orange energy. I mean, every single card, which is just kind of crazy, but every single card just has this beautiful yellow, orange, almost going into a red hue. I think that you're a very positive and creative person. You're very free-moving and energetic, and people pick up on that and they're drawn to you. They're drawn to your spirit and just the joy, happiness, and positivity that you spread around. You're very likely someone very creative, someone very self-aware. With the Masquerade and the face mask, I get the sense that one of the reasons that people are so attracted to you is because you have a lot of different sides and parts to yourself, and because you're so perceptive of others, you're always kind of on the lookout. You are very good at reading people, and you're very good at not hiding your true self, but putting on, not even necessarily putting on a mask in the sense, but you can be different ways with different people. And I don't mean that in a bad way. We all do this to an extent. We're not exactly the same with our, very close friends and our co-workers. We will slightly change the way that we are in order to kind of not fit in better, easier, but it's natural. You're not going to let a stranger or, an acquaintance in the same way that you'll be letting in your loved ones, your family, your partner. And you're very good at being able to know kind of what people are looking for. You're very good at seeing someone and realizing here's what this person needs, here's what would make them most comfortable, and you're able to kind of adapt yourself to any situation, and it makes people feel very just at peace being around you. You're not like, you're very good at being able to tell if someone is uncomfortable, if someone is more of an introvert, and you won't push them to be in situations that they're not comfortable being in. And vice versa, if you know that someone is very outgoing and that you know that they're okay with certain things, you will allow that side of yourself to come out a bit more. You're just very, very perceptive. You're very good at reading people, and I feel like that's a huge benefit. And even if people can't pick up on that exactly, they just know that you're someone that makes them feel very comfortable, that they, you know, it's easy to be around you. They're not stressed or worried going into a social situation with you, because they know that you will just be exactly the way that they need to be. And again, you with the mystic and a hunter, gazelle and the hawk, you're both someone very determined, which people are drawn to, but you're also graceful. With the gazelle, it's like the sense of beautiful elegance. You know what you want in life, and you're very determined. You're always chasing your passions, but you're doing it in a way that's just kind of fluid. You know, you almost look you make things look easy in a sense. You know, you're skillful. You are very result oriented with the hunter here. You're probably someone that spends a lot of time chasing their dreams and their goals, which is very desirable. People are attracted to someone that is passionate, and you have this fire inside of you, this fire inside your soul, and you're both chasing your passions, but you also, with the mystic, there's this more of a creative and artistic energy to you. Again, so it's kind of like this beautiful duality. You're not just someone that's driven and just constantly going after their goal. There's more to you. There are more sides to you, more softer elements, almost a bit of this mysterious element. With the mask and the mystic, I feel like some people, or a lot of people, have a hard time really cracking you open, but that's what keeps them coming back. That's what drives them to want to spend more time with you and to want to get to know you better. With the hawk, as I mentioned already, you're very much someone watchful with sharp eyes. You could even have very beautiful or wise eyes, but it's like all-knowing. You see the world and you see people for who they really are, and the world for what it really is. And that's a very attractive quality. It's something that other people look up to and admire. They admire your drive and your positive and joyful nature. You're very social, a people's person, but you still have so many different layers to you that can be revealed and peeled back, almost like an onion. You know, I think of Shrek and the onion quote, if you know what I'm talking about. But there's definitely just, you're more complex than you first appear to be when people meet you, and you don't just let anyone in. You know, you don't just open up easily. You don't trust people easily. It takes time for someone to get to know you, to get to know the deeper parts and aspects of you. And that kind of not challenge, but that desire to know you on a deeper level drives a lot of people to, again, want to be around you. It's an attractive quality that, you know, you don't just wear everything, all of your emotions on display. It's more hidden, and it's more about you being the one that's more perceptive, that's watching others, that's understanding what others need and fitting into that. But let's look at some tarot cards now to tell us more. We'll be using this lovely lady's tarot deck. Again, I'm just still in awe of all of these yellows and oranges. Okay, so what makes pile 1 attractive to others? What makes pile 1 attractive to others? Oh, these two want to come out. We have the 2 of Wands and the 6 of Cups. What makes pile 1 attractive to others? We have the 4 of Cups. We have Death, and let's get one more. What makes pile 1 attractive to others? What makes pile 1 attractive to others? And we have the 10 of Swords. Okay, pile 1. So, one of the main things that I see is that with the 4 of Cups, in this picture, you know, she's standing here holding her flowers, her bouquet, she's being offered cups, and she's kind of like, no. And what I see here is one of the main things that makes you so attractive is that you don't settle. You know, you're not willing to just easily say yes to things, people, experiences, unless you are 100% sure that they're going to bring you joy and happiness and better you and your life. Like, you're not just, basically, I wouldn't say you're picky, because you're not picky. It's just that you have standards for yourself. You have standards for the things in your life. And people really admire that. They admire that you don't just settle. You don't just kind of say yes to things that don't really ignite you and set your soul on fire. With the Death card, you're someone who's not afraid to cut ties with anything or anyone that doesn't serve them. Like, you're not afraid of change. You're not afraid of constantly transforming yourself. And in fact, I think that you're someone that is in a constant sense of self-transformation. You're always trying and looking to better yourself and to better your circumstances. A lot of people always think of the Death card as something, you know, negative. A lot of people fear the Death card in tarot, but it's honestly a very beautiful card, because for something new to come into your life, for something better to come into your life, something has to end, right? And you're someone that isn't afraid of things ending if they're not working in your favor. You're not afraid to, you know, let go of things in your life that you know aren't doing anything for you. If they're not bettering you, if they're not bringing you joy and happiness, then you're kind of okay, and you have enough self-awareness to step away from those things. And again, you really do you spend a lot of time focusing on your feelings and focusing on knowing what it is that you truly desire. You're not so much withdrawn, but you do spend time by yourself contemplating, within your inner world. And you need that time to have a sense of clarity, to know your feelings, to know yourself, to really process things before you're just committing to anything. And people really like that. They like that you take the time to get to know yourself, that you take the time to get to know what you really want in life. And only once you know what you want, once you know what you desire, that's when you're kind of willing to act on things. Because you are very ambitious. Again, you are chasing your dreams, but you're not just blindly jumping into things and blindly jumping into situations without first really thinking about, the pros and cons. You could be someone that makes a lot of lists for benefits, and you could also be just someone who journals a lot. You could go on, long walks and just think about things, think about life. Because with the Two of Wands here, you definitely are ambitious. You're very driven and adventurous, and you're not afraid to take initiative, and you're not afraid to take risks. But when I say to take risks, it's still a risk that you have thought about before. It's not just a blind risk. It's a risk that you know the pros and cons for. And people are very much attracted to this driven nature that you have, because it's very powerful. You have a lot of very powerful, fiery energy. Again, with the oranges and the yellows and the reds, it's like you light up any room that you're walking into. And with the Six of Cups, there's also the softer side to you, this more nurturing, innocent, so to speak, side where you're very caring and loving. Once you love someone and once you care about someone in your life, you are willing to take care of them as long as they're not wronging you. You're very sentimental. Like, you have a lot of connection to your past, and you're able to maintain strong bonds with people and with the things in your life. Again, as long as they're also giving you back. They have to be willing to kind of meet you halfway. And that's also what makes people feel special, because they know that if they're in your life, they know that if you're willing to care for them and to love them, then, they, so to speak, meet your standard. And it's not an outrageous standard. It's just that you know your own value and you know your own worth, and you're not willing to just settle for anything that you deserve. And with the Ten of Swords here, I think that you're someone very resilient, and people see that. People admire that. You have had a lot of things and situations happen to you in the past, and you have stayed just so strong through them. You haven't given up. You haven't given up hope. You haven't given up your ambitions or chasing your dreams just because you have had setbacks in the past. You see all of these knives hitting her in the back, and she's like, I'm okay. I'm okay, because you're someone that knows that no matter what has happened before, you are able to move on from it. You are able to transform and make your life better. You're not sitting around stuck in this victim mentality. You're just here ready to bounce back. And people notice that. People see that. People know when, you know, they see you going through tough situations. They see you being hurt, and they see the way that you handle it with grace and with softness and understanding, because you know the nature of humanity and the nature of people, and you really don't let things kind of get to you personally, because you know that anyone who is hurting you or anyone that has hurt you in the past, you're fully aware that it's nothing to do with you and everything to do with them. You know that it comes from a place of them being hurt themselves, of them suffering. And because of that, you just kind of have this sense of understanding, this wisdom, and this knowledge that in the future, things will work out for the best. Things will work out better. And that's why you're constantly kind of on this journey to better yourself and to better your life. And it's beautiful. You're a very, very strong and powerful person. You're really just not afraid to turn down things that aren't for you. And that's something that takes others a lot of time to learn. It's very easy to be kind of drawn to saying yes to things, even when we know that they're not good for us, even when we know that what we're saying yes to isn't getting us to where we want to go in life. And you're strong enough and aware enough to be able to do that, to be able to say yes only to the things that truly align with you, with your passions, and with who you are. So again, the thing that I think attracts people most to you is your ability to adapt yourself to different circumstances, your ability to adapt yourself to what others need, while also being yourself, while also staying true to your values, staying true to who you are, and just showing this sense of passion and fiery drive, this kind of freedom, this beautiful sense of expression with a hint of mystery on the side. And that's my reading for you today, Pile 1. If you enjoyed this, please leave a comment, let me know, and I'll see you guys next time. Hi, Pile 2. If you pick this reading, pick this card, this will be your reading on things that people find attractive about you or what attracts others to you. We're going to start out by looking at oracle cards that I've pre-shuffled, and then I will look at tarot cards to get more messages. But so starting out, we have the astronomer, and then we have the self, the maiden, lizard, and crocodile. Set them like this. Okay, so right away, I think that you're someone very magnetic and desirable. People are just kind of drawn to you because you're with the maiden card here, you're honestly just very enchanting. You give off this sense of, regardless of your age, you give off this sense of youth and curiosity. You're someone that's always, and with the astronomer, with the discovery card, you're someone that's very willing to learn. You're always on a journey of learning and discovering new things, and your curiosity is honestly just a very attractive quality, a very attractive trait. You're not just stuck in your ways. You're not just someone that, thinks that they know everything and that there's nothing else left to learn. Instead, you're just always on this journey of wondering, what else can you learn? What other skills can you develop? What else can you find out about the world and humanity and yourself? Most importantly, there's kind of this this balance of you of being just almost sensual. You could be a water sign or a fire sign, but there's definitely this kind of magnetism to you. You have a little bit of a sense of being naive in a way, not necessarily naive to the way that the world works or to people, but just the sense of this naive curiosity. Again, regardless of your age, you're someone that is looking to the stars, so to speak, with the astronomer card here. You're very wishful, almost a daydreamer in a sense. And with the lizard card here as well, I think that you definitely are someone that spends a lot of time dreaming and thinking of their future, thinking of what you can manifest and what you can make happen in your life. And you're very introspective. I think that you act a lot on instinct. And for a lot of you, you could definitely be into spirituality or just be a spiritual person in some sort of sense, because you're very perceptive. You're very, very perceptive in regards to yourself, but also in regards to others. You're someone that kind of sees the unknown, and you're very drawn and interested to the unknown. And that makes you mysterious in a sense to others. Others are kind of drawn to this side of you that is so dreamy and that is always thinking of the better things in life that are to come. And you're also, with the crocodile here, while you are someone that spends a lot of time dreaming, you're also very wise and patient. You're not someone that just acts on an impulse. You spend a lot of time being withdrawn in a sense, being in your own kind of world. And that makes others definitely want to, be let into your world. They kind of want to crack you open. They want to know what it is that you're dreaming about. While you're curious about the world and yourself and others are curious about you. They want to know what you're experiencing. You're very positive and joyful and loving. I feel like you bring you're very caring. You care about people. I think that you do little things for people that make them just feel special. You make others feel special, and they definitely appreciate that. They appreciate that feeling that you bring to them because you're nurturing. You know how to make others feel good, and you like doing little things for people that will make their day, that will bring a smile to their face. I think that you could be the type of person that does little things for people, and this could be literally anyone. I think that you're the type of person that does small little things for strangers, that does small little things for their coworkers, their acquaintances. You're not just someone that cares about the more important people in your life, your loved ones. You're someone that definitely shares that kind of nurturing side of yourself with everyone. You You just make others feel good. You make others feel good about themselves, and you make others wonder, kind of have this childlike wonder in a sense of, when we used to be kids, when we used to be younger, and we would look up at the sky and see the stars and have all these dreams and things that we thought about life and that we wanted in life. And then as we get older, that kind of goes away and we kind of get stuck in this bubble of negativity and knowing so many of the harsher realities of the world. And you're someone that has kind of kept that sense of that childlike innocence and purity. You're someone that still believes. You believe in the good in the world, and you believe in the good of the people. You believe in your dreams coming true. And people find that very magnetic. People find that very beautiful, and they're attracted to that. With the Self card here, I definitely think that you're also someone that is sure of who they are, even while you're on this constant journey of learning more and discovering who you are. But at every given moment, you kind of accept all parts of yourself, the bad parts, the darker parts, and you are open about them. You're not someone that tries to kind of hide the negative aspects of yourself, or not even the negative aspects. A lot of us just hide certain parts of ourselves that we don't think will be accepted by others because we're scared of what others may think if we really show our whole selves to someone. And you're not someone who is scared of that. You're kind of like, here's who I am. You really allow your heart and your personality to radiate. You see this little pearl and it's just like going out, and that's you. You have a beautiful heart and you constantly let it radiate. You're not hiding yourself. And people find that so attractive, that you are able to own who you are and to be open with it, because so many other people are not able to do that. So many other people just are scared, again, of their certain parts of themselves, of their personality. They're scared of letting others in. They're scared of being judged. And you are someone that is a lot more willing to let the world see all parts of yourself. And you're a lot more willing to care for others and to show others love, even if, it's not reciprocated. You definitely, you don't keep score. You're not someone that keeps score of, well, this person never does anything for me, so I'm not going to do anything for this person. You're just always giving and learning and loving, and it makes people just feel really wonderful. That's the bottom line. You make people feel good. You make people feel like they're cared about, and because of that, they're always coming back for more. But let's look at some tarot cards now using the Lovely Ladies Tarot deck, and we'll look at more cards to get more clarifications on what makes you attractive, on what makes people attracted to you. Okay, what do people find attractive about pile 2? What attracts people to pile 2? Okay, we have Death in reverse, and we have the Hanged Man in reverse. What attracts people? We have Lovers. What attracts people to pile 2? What do people find attractive about pile 2? We have the Empress in reverse, and let's get one more. We have the Six of Wands. Okay, pile 2, so this is an interesting message. What attracts people most to you? I guess I'll start with this. What attracts people most to you is, as I said before with the Lovers here, how nurturing and caring and loving you are, how aligned you are with your own emotions and with your values. You're someone that has their, set of ethics or morals that they stick to, and you do stick to them. And you're constantly caring for people, showing people that, you love them, providing for them. And people love that, of course. But so with Death in reverse, the Hanged Man in reverse, and Empress in reverse, there's a sense of, I'm not sure how to give this message, but because what people love about you is also what could be kind of harming you in a sense. Because the message that I'm seeing here is that with Empress in reverse, you're spending so much time loving and nurturing and providing for others that, you are kind of lacking in the self-love department. Even though I know this reading is supposed to be about what others find attractive about you. And it makes sense that, people only see what's on the surface. People only see what you're providing, and you're providing them with so much that, of course, they're not going to be aware of the fact that you're not taking good enough care of yourself. But with Death in reverse and the Hanged Man in reverse, there is a part of you that's just kind of stuck in a limbo, that's almost in this pause area while you could be transitioning, but you're not, because you're just devoting so much time to everyone else but yourself. So even though this is what is drawing people to you, I also have to just put it out that it could be hurting you, your personal self, because you could be transforming a lot more if you put just a little bit less time into trying to please others, trying to provide for others, and a little bit more time into taking care of yourself, practicing some self-care. Make loving yourself a priority. And I do think that you love yourself, but it's about showing yourself that you love yourself the same way that you do little things for others and for everyone from strangers to your loved ones. You can do little things for yourself. Buy yourself a gift. Go on a walk. Take a hot bath. Watch a movie that you want to watch. Go on a trip by yourself. Whatever it is that, will help you kind of ground yourself more and come back more into yourself, as opposed to always thinking about other people and always placing other people first. And I feel like now I'm kind of getting lost and going off on a tangent trying to give advice when this is supposed to be a reading about what attracts others to you. But I just have to put this out there, because what's attracting others to you is kind of this almost, you're self-sacrificing your own needs in order to make others happy and in order to make others feel loved. And I just want you to know that it's already in your nature to be loving and caring and nurturing. And even if you give just a little bit less, people are still going to be just as attracted to you. People will find you just as desirable. You don't have to, be on this pause in your own life in order to, have people want to be around you and have people appreciate you. Because, of course they appreciate you. It's like you're the kind of person that will drop anything and everything to be there for someone else. You will always put others' needs above your own. You could be having, you're the type of person where you could be having the worst day ever, and you could just be thinking, let's say you're at work and you're having an awful day and you're just thinking, oh, when I get home, I will get to have my favorite meal. I'll get to take a hot bath. I'll get to do so-and-so. And then you get home and your friend calls you and they have an issue, and you're the type of person that you will keep quiet about any of your own problems, and you will drop everything that you had planned before, and you will be there for them always. And that is very beautiful. That's very admirable, but you also just have to make sure that you're still taking care of yourself and that you're still taking care of your own needs. Because as giving as you are, I feel like there's so many people that have, in a way, taken advantage of that, taking advantage of your loving nature, because they know how loving you are. They know that you're the kind of person that will do anything for them. And of course, it makes you someone that they want in their lives. It makes you someone that they very much appreciate, but they will still appreciate you just as much if you take the time to just prioritize yourself a little bit more. With the Hangman in reverse, it's like it's not so much that you're resisting hitting pause or resisting change or transformation in your life. It's just that other people and other circumstances are kind of keeping you in this holding pattern. And finally, with the Six of Wands, again, I do have to say that you're just you do have the drive. You do have the ambition. You have a lot of goals and dreams and plans that you want to put into action. And that is, when people see that combination of how sensual and dreamy and caring you are, combined with the fact that you're also out here making things happen, that's what makes you so enchanting. That's what makes you just so captivating. That's what makes people want to be around you. That's what makes people want to just kind of be in your presence, because they genuinely feel taken care of when they're around you. They feel like they can kind of relax and let go a little bit, and that they can lean on you, and that you will have their back. You will be able to kind of support them. And that's what I have for you, pile 2. I hope I didn't go off a little bit too much on this combination and this kind of weird contradiction of the fact of what makes you so attractive is your constant willingness to give to others, but also how it can be affecting you. I hope that you still understand the message, but if you enjoyed this reading, let me know down in the comments. Let me know what you thought or if this resonated with you, and I'll see you next time. Hi friends, if you picked this pile 3, this will be your reading on what makes you attractive or what others find attractive about you. So we're going to start out by looking at some pre-shuffled oracle cards, and then I will shuffle and look at tarot cards for further clarifications. So we have the Catalyst starting out. And then we also have the Sustainer, the Father, Unicorn, and Starfish. Okay, so right away, I'm getting a lot of a sense of what attracts people the most to you is how dependable and reliable you are, and also just how driven and action oriented you are. You're very proactive. You're very much the person that, you know, gets things done. You're not just sitting around with the Catalyst with radical change and taking control. You know, you're not just someone sitting around waiting for things to happen to you. You're very much a go-getter, and you are dependable. People can lean on you in tough times, and you're definitely the person that kind of just not only gets things done, but you know, you do the things that you work behind the scenes in a way. You do things that others might not want to do, the, you know, the tasks, the chores, the responsibilities. I feel like you would be the person in your friend group or, you know, in your relationships that others kind of look to for advice, for support, because you're a very giving person. You have a lot of sense of authority, a lot of sense of being this loyal, honest protector, so to speak, a peacemaker. I think that you're also someone very generous with your time, but also with the things that you do for others. I very much so feel like, you know, if you care about someone, the people that you care about in your life, you are there to provide for them. You're there to do things for them. You're not just, you know, you're generous across all boards, across all aspects of life. I think that you're generous with your time, but also with how much you're willing to help others accomplish things, and generous in a sense that I think you're very giving in terms of being able to, you know, give gifts to people, or, you know, just make them feel secure. Like you would be the person that would take the jacket off of your back to offer to someone else. You would be the person that would, you know, lend someone money, or lend someone, you know, just anything that was in your ability to lend to someone. And that makes people feel just very dependent on you, very, in a good way, dependent on you in this way that you're a very safe space for them. And with the Father here, this doesn't, you know, everyone has masculine and feminine aspects to them. And with the Father, I'm taking this to be as in, if you could imagine an ideal father figure that's just protective and a sort of a provider, that's kind of the role that I see you taking on, that draws people to you. You get things done, and you have this strong inclination to just nurture people. And you have no fear about kind of being the one to take on that leadership position and to make sure that things get done. Again, you're not the one to sit around and wait for someone else to kind of, even if it's something that you don't want to do, you're not going to just kind of wait and see, oh, maybe someone else will do this. Maybe if I just give it a little bit more time, it will somehow work itself out, or, someone else will take care of it. Like, no, you're the person that in every situation is always trying to kind of take on that responsibility of doing whatever needs to get done yourself. And people very much appreciate that. They're very drawn to that. Again, it's just this secure space that you provide for them. It makes them feel good. It makes them feel like they can depend on you, and it makes them see how driven and passionate you are. And with the unicorn and the starfish here, I do want to point out that there's more to you than just this kind of provider role. With the starfish, I think of someone very just beautiful, very alluring. People are drawn to being around you. They want to be just in the space, in your space. They want to occupy the same space that you're occupying. And with the unicorn, I feel like you're definitely someone rare. You're someone that people feel like you're special. Like, they don't make very many people like you. When people think of you, they think that, you bring something to their life that no one else does. It's kind of like, it's exactly like of when you think of a unicorn, it's almost just like, how is it possible that such a person can exist? And I do think that it's because of how really just giving you are, but also, as with everyone, there are more sides to you than just that. You can be a provider, you can be very giving, you could be the one that's willing to do the things that others don't want to do or don't want to get done. But you can also be someone that's very set in chasing their own dreams and goals. Like, I don't think that you are providing for others to where it gets in the way of your own passions and desires. Like, I think you're very much following your own dreams and chasing your own dreams while still being able to do the things for others that make them feel wonderful and that make them feel special. And you're able to still look good doing it. Again, just with the starfish, I keep thinking that there's just a lot of physically attractive aspects to you. There's a lot of physically attractive aspects to you. And this doesn't have to be in a romantic sense. I just feel like physically you draw people in, whether it's friends, loved ones, anyone. And it's this combination of you being very magnetic, but also being very take charge, very much able to step into that leadership role and to kind of take control of situations when you need to take control of situations. I don't think that, you're someone just bulldozing through any situation. I think that you're very wise and aware, and you know the right time to take charge and also the right time to step back. Because with the sustainer here, I do think that you're someone who's a peacemaker, and you're very reliable and supportive. You're not someone that's just going to talk and walk all over people. You want to keep this sense of peace. You want to keep the sense of having everyone happy and in a good place, because you genuinely care about others. You genuinely care about others' well-being and about being able to be the best friend that you can be, the best partner that you can be, the best co-worker that you can be. I definitely think that you have that just inner strength that allows for you to be able to take on so much while still, you know, keeping afloat yourself. But let's look at tarot cards to get us further messages. So, what do people find attractive about pile 3? What attracts people to pile 3? We have 7 of Wands in reverse. We have the Queen of Swords and the 7 of Pentacles. What attracts people to pile 3? We have the Knight of Cups and Lovers. Sorry, I just took a second to light your candles. I realized that they went out and I didn't have them on. But back to the reading. So I think that one of the most magnetic things about you that really draws people in really is this beautiful duality that you have between your logical, action-oriented side and your more soft, romantic, charming side. With the Queen of Swords and Knight of Cups, you're both someone very intelligent, independent, honest. Like I said, you're a go-getter. You're willing to put in the work and to get things done. You very much tell it how it is. Like, you're not afraid to speak your mind, to be open to people about how you feel, and you're very perceptive. You're very perceptive about other people and situations, and people look to you for your opinion and to see how you think, what you think, and how you feel, and they really respect those opinions that you hold. They really see you as a sort of a guide. But the other side to you with the Knight of Cups and the Lovers is more of a romantic. You're passionate, you're loving, warm-hearted. I think that you're a bit of a dreamer with this kind of fiery, passionate energy. You're someone that definitely sees the beauty of things in life. You see the beauty in other people, and in a sense, you help others see the beautiful aspects of themselves as well. You make others feel beautiful. You show others how much value that they have, and that's very much appreciated. I see that you're definitely someone who is charming. You know the things to say to people to make them feel good, and I don't mean that in a bad way. Being charming, is something that's positive, because at the end of the day, you are someone that speaks from the heart, and you're also someone that wears your heart on your sleeve. You're very open and expressive with your emotions, with your desires and your passions, and people enjoy that. People like that about you. With the Lovers here, you do care just so much about nurturing and taking care of others. As I said before, you're very, very loving. I think that's one of your main goals in life, or at least something that you aspire to do is to make others feel just generally happy and taken care of. In fact, with the Seven of Wands in reverse, I think it's to the point where it's almost like you can overwork yourself. You can take on a lot of burdens and responsibilities of others in order to make sure that everyone in your life is just happy, and that in order to make sure that you're kind of able to provide and to please as many of your loved ones as you possibly can. With the Seven of Pentacles here, you're the person that's always willing to put in the effort. You're the person that's always willing to adapt yourself and to never give up. You're not someone that gives up on your dreams and your goals. You have a lot of patience. You kind of like, you will plant a seed and you'll be willing to keep working on something in order to see it grow. You don't need to see, you don't need that instant gratification in order to feel fulfilled or successful. You know that good things take time, and there's a sense of calm to you because of that. You know that things will work out for you. You know that your dreams will work out. And I think it's very admirable when you're willing to put in the effort, when you're willing to put in the hard work into something. You don't expect to just have things given to you in life and others notice that and they appreciate it. You're not someone that feels like you're owned anything by anyone. You're not someone that feels like things are just going to kind of fall in your lap. You definitely understand that anything you do in life will take a lot of effort. It will take devotion and dedication, and that it won't always be easy. Genuinely, it won't always be easy, but you're willing, and people pay attention and notice how much work you're willing to put in to all areas of your life. They notice how much you take on, how much responsibility you have, how much you're willing to do for others. We might think that our efforts often go unnoticed or unappreciated, but I see here that the people in your life do notice, even if they're not saying anything, even if they're not commenting on it. They know how much you're taking on. They know the things that you're doing for them, even if they're not always thanking you or, showing you that they're aware of what you're doing for them. Because again, you do things for people that make them feel special and taken care of. And even if they're not giving back to you in the same way, or even if they're not showing you that they're even aware of what you're doing for them, they know. They definitely know, and they definitely notice. And that's one of the reasons why they appreciate you and care for you. I would just say to be careful of, not spreading yourself too thin, and of not placing everyone else's needs before your own, in a way. If you were drawn to pile 2, by the way, in any way, pile 2 also had the Lovers and also had this sense of energy of just wanting to do so much for others. So if you were drawn to pile 2 at all, I would maybe recommend watching that reading as well. Sorry for the extra noise. I have some neighbors walking outside. But yes, you just have this beautiful aspect to you, to where you have, even with the Father card here, with the two sides. I think there are two sides to you, and it's both your get things done side and then your more artistic, soft, romantic side, because you are a romantic. You are, you're not just someone logical that doesn't feel emotions and that's always just about getting things done and getting tasks accomplished. No, you have a lot more depth to you, and that is also noticed, and that really, really pulls people in, really draws people in. You give a lot in relationships, not just romantic relationships, but just in general, but also in romantic relationships. You give a lot. You have a really, really just big heart, a very big heart. And when it comes to your romantic relationships, I think as a partner with the Knight of Cups and the Lovers, you're definitely a partner that just really is charming and sensual and just, again, very alluring and magnetic. And that's my message for you, pile 3. If you enjoyed this reading, please let me know down in the comments. Let me know what you thought, and I'll see you next time. Hi, pile 4. If you picked this pile, this will be your reading on things that other people find attractive about you, or, what attracts others to you. So we're going to start out by looking at your pre-shuffled oracle cards, and then I will shuffle and pull some tarot cards for further clarifications. So starting out, we have the Wise One, and we also have the Comic and the Pilgrim. We have Butterfly and Hyena. Okay, so what I'm seeing is that one of the things that really just draws people to you and really attracts people to you is your sense of humor. You're funny, you're witty. And with the Wise One here, you don't just have this kind of, empty sense of humor, so to speak. There's a lot of depth and wisdom behind your humor. You're someone that knows a lot about people and the world and life, and you kind of are able to spin it in a way that makes people laugh. Like your jokes and your humor come from a place of truth that people find very genuine. You're the life of the party. People want to be around you. They want to be in your presence because you're always putting a smile on their face. In a way, you provide healing for people through dark times by the way that you can make them laugh. Like, you have the ability to cheer anyone up, and that's something really, really big. When someone is having a tough time, you'll be able to put a smile on their face. You'll be able to explain things to them from such a perspective that will not only just make them feel better and lift their spirits, but will make them laugh in the process. It's like you can provide advice and guidance in such a way that, it might come across as a little bit sarcastic even. You could be someone that has a dark sense of humor, even just a lot of wit and almost this blunt, delivery. I think that with the Pilgrim, the Butterfly and Hyena, I think that you're someone very free. You just embody this kind of sense of a free spirit. You could be someone that likes to travel a lot or has traveled a lot. Or even if, you don't have the means to necessarily be traveling, I think that you enjoy just doing new things, trying new things, going on as many adventures as possible, trying out new experiences. I don't think that you necessarily, you don't like feeling stuck. You don't like feeling that you're not transforming. I feel like with a butterfly, you're someone that's always constantly evolving, and people find that very beautiful. They always see you transforming into a better and better version of yourself. You're always learning, growing, adapting, seeking new ways of seeing things. You very much like learning about different people and different cultures, different experiences, and that's what gives you that kind of knowledge, and that's what gives you the ability to really empathize with others in order to be this positive light in their life. You're just charming, and you're honestly fun to be around. That's really what's pulling people in, is you're fun to be around. But not just this, again, not just like this sense of fun where, you can have fun with them, but you can't have meaningful conversations with this person, because I don't see that at all. I think that you provide a lot of depth behind your humor. And I think that you're someone very complex, but it's just this sense of freedom and adventure that you have that makes you very magnetic, very attractive to others. A lot of people are usually, drawn to people who seem very free-spirited and who seem confident in themselves. And I see that with you, with the wise one. You're very comfortable in your own skin, and you're very comfortable shedding old skin and stepping into new roles. Again, you're constantly searching for ways to better yourself. You're constantly on this journey, and I definitely think that you see things and people for how they really are, because you're very perceptive. You pay attention. There's a reason why you're able to, have this wonderful sense of humor. And it's because of how knowledgeable you are about humanity as a whole, and also how knowledgeable you are about yourself. You have looked deep within yourself and faced your dark parts. You have really, you haven't been afraid to kind of sit with yourself, and you haven't been afraid to look at the darker aspects of yourself, because really that's the way that you've been able to get to this place of just having this positive, joyful mindset about life in general. You know that things will work out. You know that you have the ability to change things, and you kind of have this attitude of being able to just laugh in life and find joy and humor in as many situations as you possibly can. You're even someone that kind of would laugh through the pain. That's what helps you get through your dark times. And I feel like that's also what you provide to others. You provide others the sense of kind of relief. Whenever people are feeling down, they can come to you, and it's just this immediate lightness, this immediate sense of relief that they experience when being around you. It it makes them feel good. It makes them feel happy. It makes them feel like, you know, they're young again. There's a lot of just very light, breezy energy to you. Like the butterfly, you're just floating. You're beautiful and magnificent, and you bring that into other people's lives, and they very much appreciate that. You're graceful. There's definitely a sense of this graceful elegance to you as well. So when I say you're the comic, you're not just someone that's just, you know, constantly making jokes. You are able to hold yourself in a manner that is just very becoming. But let's look at some tarot cards to get further clarifications. So what makes pile 4 attractive to others? Why are others attracted to pile 4? Okay, we have the 8 of Wands in reverse. We have the King of Pentacles. We have the 9 of Wands. We have the King of Wands, and let's get one more. And we have the Chariot. Okay, pile 4. So you have first you have a lot of King energy. You have the King of Pentacles, you have the King of Wands, and then you have even more Wand energy. You're 100% someone super, super driven, and people look up to you as a leader. You really are a natural born leader, and you're very reliable. People depend on you. People lean on you. You're a go-getter. With the Chariot here, you're constantly on the go. You're constantly pursuing the next thing, the next project, which I feel like with the 8 of Wands in reverse here, it could even be to the point where you start so many projects that you sometimes maybe even have trouble finishing others, because you just have so many dreams, so many visions. You just have big dreams, but you also know how to chase them. You're very dependable. With the King of Pentacles, people can really lean on you because you're someone true to your word. You're very reliable. I think that people feel safe because they know that you're dependable. They know that if you say that you're going to do something, you will do it. If you say that you feel a certain way, that is how you feel. People don't have this sense of, they don't fear that you will betray them. They don't fear that things aren't exactly as they seem with you, because you are who you are. And with the King of Wands, you're very confident in that. You're very self-assured, charismatic. I think that you have a lot of energy, again, with the Chariot. You just have a lot of passion and fire, which I think it makes sense with the butterfly and the pilgrim. It makes sense that the Chariot card would be here. You definitely could have your own business possibly, or if you are just in a career where it's not your own business, you could still have some sort of a leadership position that people very much look up to. I think that whatever you're doing, you're the type of person that's very independent and very confident. Again, you are confident in your own skin. You're confident in knowing who you are, and people pick up on that. People pick up on that energy. they know that you respect yourself, and because of that, they respect you. People know that you place a lot of value on yourself, and it makes them in turn place a lot of value on you. You have the patience. You have both the patience, the determination, the drive, and the creativity. You kind of have just all of these different aspects to you, to where you're not someone that's ever going to give up. You're always going to keep going. You're always going to find a way. In your friend group, you could definitely be someone that gives a lot of just really good advice to others, that, kind of shows people that there's not just one way to do a certain thing or to get a task done. You can show people, someone could come to you and say, here's what I tried and it didn't work out, so that's that. And you will say, but did you try it this way? Did you try looking at it from a different perspective? Because I think that you are someone that's very good at looking for non-traditional and just different ways, different paths of accomplishing things and of getting things done. If there's a hurdle in your way, you're not just someone that's easily going to give up and walk away from something if it's what you really want and if it's what you really desire. You're going to be the person that's charging ahead, even almost too hastily sometimes. Like, if you set your sights on something, you will go for it. You will almost rush into it. And that kind of plays into this sense of freedom, this free spirit that you embody. With so many keen suits, there's definitely a sense of you just having so much wisdom to share with others, which makes sense because the wise one. But it is like the people in your life are looking to you. They're looking to see how you do things. They're looking to see how you respond to things because they see you as someone that's very capable. They see you as someone that doesn't give up, that will always push through and follow their heart. Sorry for that noise, by the way. I don't know if you can hear it, but there's a really big truck right outside of the window, and I can hear the engine just going, which maybe could be a sign because I feel like that's what I see for you, pile 4, is that you're just this engine that's constantly going. You have just so much drive, so much determination, so much desire to make your dreams come true. And it's very beautiful. People look up to those that have dreams and have hobbies and that are not afraid to pursue them. You're not just sitting around waiting to see what life has in store for you. You're going to make life happen for you, if that makes sense. You're going to take life and see what it has to offer. You're not just waiting for anyone or anything to provide for you. You're going to be the one providing, and you're going to move through life in just this light, free manner. You're going to find all of the small little things and joys in life and hold on to those. And that's what I see for you, pile 4. If you enjoyed this reading, please let me know in the comments. Let me know what you thought, and I'll see you guys next time.